Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am at Armstrong Nurseries in Long Beach and I am just looking around and shopping for some pretty things, and so I'm going to show you along the way. So right here we have some beautiful succulent arrangements. They have a whole bunch of really cute ones for Valentine's Day. So one of my favorite things about Armstrong is just how nice and knowledgeable everybody is here at the nursery. They know their plants, they know what they're talking about, and they want to help you. Additionally, you can actually special order items here at the nursery. And so I spoke with Kim today, and she was absolutely lovely. One of the best people that I have worked with thus far at Armstrong, and she helps me to special order a Snow Fountains Weeping Cherry that is going to go in my parents' backyard in a very special spot where we're going to be removing something and then putting that in and creating this really ethereal, magical space. And then also she helped me to get a black dragon wisteria, which is a gorgeous double flowering wisteria in a lavender color. I saw it when I was in England with my mom and I was obsessed. This is not your typical wisteria that's just kind of that regular single flowered bloom. It has a double flower. It is an intense purple and it is absolutely stunning. I will show you a picture of what it looks like right here and where we saw it in England. So I'm excited about that one. We're going to be planting it up in a pot actually and training it up over the garage. I have been trying to get my mom to buy into the wisteria thing because she's not a lover of the really woody vine or the intense roots that it has, which makes sense on a kind of just normal suburban lot that you wouldn't want to put a wisteria near your foundation. So we have figured out a way to plant one up and get me that wisteria that I love in her yard and get that magical fantasy fairy tale vibe of a wisteria in the yard, and I just cannot wait. Okay, so here at the nursery, I am towards the back, and this is all of their vines, their whole vine section. So you have everything from creeping fig, trumpet vines, jasmine, potato vine, more trumpet vines, thumbergia back here, everything that you could possibly want. Also bougainvillea right here. And this is the pink powder puff. Has these wiry but actually very soft plumes on it. But one of the things that I am most excited about is this Madagascar jasmine, otherwise known as stephanotis. So it is a gorgeous flower and they're actually pretty large sized. This one is in a relatively large pot here. That's funny, that's not a water lily. It is $54.99 in this 2-gallon pot. And I think that they have some more over here. Madagascar jasmine. Let's see, is that this? No, this is Boston Showers. Green Showers Boston Ivy. Let's see, what about this? This is just regular jasmine. Some more jasmine. This one we actually have in the backyard. It's got pretty pink buds that then come out into white flowers. And these are $19.99. And then you have your bower vines. And the different thumbergia is right here. So I think this Stephanotis or Madagascar jasmine is something that we will likely get for somewhere in the garden, whether it be the front yard or the backyard. It prefers bright indirect light, meaning that you would want to plant it in a morning sun location with afternoon shade, or even just a totally dappled sunlight but mostly shaded location. And they grow about 15 to 20 feet tall and wide. So definitely a great vining option for your more shady locations in your yard. You can definitely plant this in a pot, put a nice big trellis up, and even put it on a shaded balcony if you have if you live in like an apartment but your outside area is on the shady side of the building. This would be a perfect option for you to have beautiful flowers and greenery. But the thing is that it does only grow in zones 10A to 11B. So if you are in a cooler climate than that, you would definitely have to bring it in the winter. And you would want to keep it near that window that gets bright indirect light. That way you keep it at its ideal kind of more tropical type temperatures. So right here is the Thunbergia. I love this pink color. It definitely kind of ages out to this more white color, which is beautiful. And then they have this peachy yellow, a red, like burgundy and yellow mix, bright orange, and bright yellow. Now, I know a lot of you really like succulents, and they have such a great variety here at the Armstrong here in Long Beach. So I'm going to just show you the array that they have. So many different things that you could make a really great succulent planter with. So these are all kind of the 2 to 3 inch range size, and they're about $7 a piece, $6.99. And then over here they have the little teeny, more like 1.5 inch containers, and these are for $49 a piece. The other thing that I really like here is that they often have a lot of the items that you would need with a specific plant, like the cactus and succulent potting mix if you're going to be potting up any succulents. So it makes it really easy to shop and know exactly what you need and what is going to help you out. These are really pretty. I love that one. Alrighty. Then also they have some of these really cute pots over here with their succulents. And they have a ton of these hen and chicks right here. I really like this hen and chicks variety. It's called Frostbite Tips. Really pretty. Alrighty, so that is your succulent section of the nursery. All right, now over here is your apples and various fruits like nectarines, peaches, etc. So they do have a really great variety of these plants. The thing about peaches, nectarines, and apples that specifically here in California you are going to want to look out for is chill hours, because the amount of chill hours determines whether or not you get fruit. Here in zone 10B that I live in, we don't get that many chill hours. So what you're going to want to look for is any of these fruit varieties that have somewhere in the range of 200 to 250 chill hours. You might be able to get away with a 300 chill hour, or even 350, but 200 to 250 is really the sweet spot because we don't get under, 40 degrees much, if at all. So you'll be much better off with a variety that has that level of chill hours. Additionally, so for your growing zone, you can look up how many chill hours you typically get, and that will help you again with your variety. So if you're in an area where you get cooler, you can check out your chill hours. And if you are somebody that has 500 chill hours, then you pretty much can choose whatever you want. There's so many varieties that allow you to have 500 chill hours. And the last thing that I will note is there are dwarf varieties. So again, if you are growing in a small combined area, whether that be because you have a small suburban lot or you are patio gardening because you have an apartment or a townhouse, there are dwarf varieties of all of these different fruits. So absolutely do some research and get yourself a dwarf tree. If you are a peach lover, grab yourself a dwarf peach, and then you can have your own peaches. I was living in an apartment and I had plants all over my patio. And then I've lived in a little townhouse and really potted things up to where I could just have my garden be what I wanted it to be, but in containers. So I'm going to show you that along the way because I think that it's really important for everybody to be able to garden and enjoy beautiful flowers and shrubs and trees and fruits and vegetables of our own creation. So I will definitely be keeping those things in mind, especially for us millennials and Gen Zers, because, we like this too. So I will show you those. All right, as an example, these are all semi-dwarf apples here. You have your Anna, Dorset Golden, Fuji, and Gala. So that means that they are going to grow 15 to 20 feet tall, which seems relatively large. However, you can definitely put these in a pot and they just probably won't get that exact height. They will probably stay a little bit more contained. For those of us in zone 10 with a need of under 250, 300 to under 300 chilling hours, this one's a great option. Look, 200 chill hours, no pollinator needed for this Anna apple. It is a early mid-season harvest, which is great. Best apple for mild winter climates. Large with a red blush over light green to greenish yellow skin. Sweet, flavorful, very good for fresh eating or cooking. So that is a really good option. And look at how pretty the blooms are on that. So here we have the Dorset Golden Apple, and wow, only 100 chilling hours needed. So this is going to be perfect for those of us in warmer areas. It says productive throughout Southern California and in Phoenix, Arizona. Recommended as an early summer sweet apple for Central California, and it can be kept under 10 feet high by summer pruning. So this one is a perfect example of an apple tree that you can put in a pot and have on your patio, whether that be in an apartment or in a townhouse or a smaller suburban lot. This one's perfect for you. And again, really, really pretty blossoms. All right, now here are some of the peaches. A lot of these are, again, semi-dwarf, so they could be anywhere from about 8 feet tall to it looks like 25 feet tall or so. And most of these are under 300 chilling hours, which again is another great reason to come to your local nursery because they know what you need. So this one, this mid-pride peach, is kind of calling to me. It's a 250 chill hours, grows up to 15 feet tall. And again, it can be kept under 10 feet high by summer pruning. It says one of the best flavored, best producing peaches for Southern California. Low chill peach, medium to large yellow freestone, sweet, juicy, aromatic with distinctive rich peach flavor. highly recommended for home orchard planting. And again, I'm just a sucker for these spring blooms. These light pink blooms are so pretty. Love that. So this one will probably be a peach, or something similar will probably be a peach that I end up getting, because I absolutely adore peaches. And then another fruit that I absolutely will be getting once I decide which variety I want is a persimmon. Now these totally look like sticks because your harvest time for these is going to be October and November typically, but I love persimmons. I eat them consistently in the fall, so I will be purchasing some form of persimmon tree in the future. And of course, it wouldn't be California without citrus and oranges. So they have a whole row of oranges over here. Everything that you could possibly dream of orange-wise, kumquats. And then all of this is lime, lemon, and grapefruit. I actually purchased a few months ago to replace my plant that did not do well, one of these variegated pink lemonade lemon trees, and I absolutely am obsessed with it. Earlier, I mentioned that we were going to get a flowering cherry. They are behind me. This is actually the Hegan variety, Higan, Weeping Hegan flowering variety, and I really kind of want to get this for my grandma's yard. I think that it would look really pretty there, and she has much more space to have the 20 feet wide that this is, which I'll show you the tag. But we ordered the Weeping Snow Fountains, so I will show you that tag as well. Okie dokie. So here is the Weeping Hegan flowering cherry. This is in the 2-gallon container. They also have a 5-gallon container. The 5-gallon container is about $400. The 2-gallon container is $129. Here is the stats for it: 20 by 20, zones 5 to 8. But I did talk to, like I said, Kim here at the nursery, and she said that they will do fine here as well. But look at these really pretty dainty pink flowers. And so it does have this really lovely weeping habit. This one has a little bit more of an umbrella shape, which you can see on the tag. And then over here, these are actually flowering Kwanzan cherries. But over here is the Snow Fountains weeping cherry. And you can see that it has these stunning white blooms. And look at how drapey that is. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. This is one of the 5-gallon containers, so you can see that it's a little bit more expensive. The 1-gallon is the same as the Hegan, so $129, or the 2 gallons, I'm sorry, is the same as the Hegan, so it's $129, and it is on order. But the stats on this one are a little bit different, so it's 12 feet wide by 15 tall. And so I think that that 12 feet wide is going to be perfect for the area that we are going to be putting it in. But yeah, it's so cool to see this weeping habit. And like, look at this, how long this guy is. Wow. And let's see if we can get you a visual of the blooms. So they're a little bit pink when they kind of first come out there at the growth point, but the flowers are white. And so it's just really pretty. So they have a whole bunch of blueberries, blackberries, and boysenberries here. This is the Columbia Star and Columbia Giant varieties. And then there is the Black Satin. And then a whole bunch of blueberries right here, a bunch of different varieties. Jubilee, is that one right there. And again, they have all the things that you would want. So potting soil, and your fertilizer right next to it. So that's really nice as well. Even more blueberries over here. I won't be growing blueberries this year. They do typically want more acidic soil, and we just don't have a container that we really want to designate to that this year. But if you're wanting blueberries, they have them. There's also figs, olives, grapes. I do want to show you one of the grape varieties that I thought was interesting. Okay, so a couple of interesting varieties. This blueberry grape, it's a blue grape with a hint of blueberry flavor. I thought that was super interesting. Then there is the Cab Sav grape, which is your typical grape for a Cabernet Sauvignon. So you probably would not be able to make your own wine with just one of these vines, but it would be cool to have it if you are a wine connoisseur. They have the Red Globe grape, flame seedless grape, and then this one that I just love because of the name. So Princess grape, and I also really like green grapes in general. So it says here, large mid-season white seedless, fresh for eating, and raisins. So you can make your own raisins with this, and they're apparently delicious. So again, no pollinator required, really low on the chilling hours, and doesn't get sunburned. So that's a really good variety for us here in Southern California where it's really hot and sunny. So that one is one that I might try. And the Cab Sav, because I love Cab Sav. And now for everyone's favorite part of the garden right now, or the nursery, that has all of the gorgeous annuals that are, for us here, actually perennial. Bunch of beautiful Nemesia, Alyssum, stock over there, snapdragons. I really like these Gerberas. They're looking a little sad, but they were the other day looking really pretty and good. We've had some rain. Pansies, which this variety of pansy is beautiful. This is the cotton candy mix, I think. Yeah, cotton candy mix. I love that one. And then a bunch of violas. Over here, there are some impatiens, creeping jenny, heuchera, asparagus fern, which is really great for a terrarium type situation, dichondra silver falls, these beautiful Jurassic Rex begonias called black tie, Irish moss, which is one of my favorite things. I love it. I just love the white flowers on it. It's so sweet and ethereal looking. Begonias, coleus, and then all these gorgeous cyclamen, kalanchoe, and over here some anemones and ranunculus already sprouted. These are I think they're just calling them ranunculus, but obviously they're an orange color. All right, and one of my favorite plants, the hellebore. This is Ison Roses Rosetta. Really pretty. This one is Oriental Spotted, which is kind of interesting green with purpley. Doesn't even look like a flower, it kind of just blends in with the leaves, so that's kind of interesting. And then this one is just a stunner. This is called Double Purple. Look at how cute like new blooms are on it. This one is Orientalis White, I believe. It comes out to that color. It starts out this green and then moves to white as it ages. I think this is the same. It's over there. Yep, that one's pretty too. Another Orientalis. And then this one, very similar. Does not have a tag on here. It's just an assorted variety. And another part of the assorted variety. This one's more pink. And this one is called Double Green. Stunning. I love that chartreusey green. Really could be used in a whole number of applications. All right, some more hellebores. Now, this is one that I got because, wow, it is the Double Picotee, and it is just a stunner. So excited about that one. Some more green, white, really, really pretty. So this is a plant that I actually saw at Disney World. It's the double flowering crepe jasmine. It gets 8 feet tall by 8 feet wide, part to full sun, zones 9 to 11. So if you are in Florida, know that you can grow this and that they have it in Orlando at Disney World, and it is beautiful. The flowers are like giant discs. It's gorgeous and smells fantastic. Another one of my favorite shade plants is the leopard plant. I have a few of these in my parents' backyard. It is evergreen for us here, has these gorgeous large, you can see how big they are, leaves that look like lily pads. I just love it. Now, they do get these shoots of blooms, which I'm not a fan of personally, and I will be cutting them off because I really just like it for the foliage. And the last section here that I'm going to show you is the Japanese maples. So you have your typical bloodgood Japanese maples. These grow 15 feet tall and wide and have a hardiness zone of 5. So you can grow them all the way down to zone 5. They do prefer filtered or indirect sun, all of these. So this one is a variety that I am pretty excited about and think that at some point we might grab and put in the backyard at my parents' house. It is called the Butterfly Japanese Maple, and it grows 12 feet tall by 6 feet wide. Again, hardy down to zone 5. Again, we're a 10B, so we don't have to worry about the hardiness. It does lose its leaves, but let's look at the tag and see exactly what it says about the leaves when it is leafed out, because that's why I'm excited about it. So apart from its sizing, I am particularly excited because if you see here, it says that it has small green leaves that are edged with white and soft pink, and that the margins turn a brighter pink in the fall. So it kind of has this really cool variegation to it. Not kind of, it does have this really cool variegation to it with the white margins, and I love anything with a white margin, and then the pink tips. I think will give it an even more like tropically vibe and really even give you kind of that typical Japanese maple look that you think of, because I think most people think of red Japanese maples. Next is the Tamukeyama. This one's 6 to 8 feet tall and 8 to 12 feet wide, which is another great one, I think, for smaller areas. It does have the red leaf, so I think of all of the ones here, what we will be trying in the backyard is a Tamukeyama and a butterfly, probably most likely based upon the sizing. And I definitely want to do a red purple colored leaf and a green leaf, so this would be a perfect one to have that red leaf. Another great option for that burgundy red color in a smaller stature is the Inaba Shidar lace leaf Japanese maple. This one is 7 feet tall by 10 feet wide, and again has all the same similar zone requirements and everything else. So eventually we'll probably be trying one or both of these two and the butterfly potentially the coral bark, just because it's so cool with its red leaf, or sorry, red stems. I think that's really cool. And you can see the green leaves starting to bud out here on this one. Let's see if I can get you. It's hard with this camera, but you can kind of see here that right there's those green leaves and the red stems. That's really cool. Alrighty, so that is our look for today at the Armstrong Nursery in Long Beach. I will show you when I get home all of the plants that I ended up getting. There is one on order, which you already know is the Snow Fountains Weeping Cherry, so that one won't be a part of this video of the exact plant that we get, but you will see it in a upcoming video when we pick it up and then tear out the thing that is in its current place right now and plop it in. So we'll show you that. And like I said, I'll show you when I get home all of the things that I purchased today to plant up. So we are back at the house and I am going to show you what we purchased. So the first thing here is this very stickly black dragon wisteria. As you can see, there's no leaves. There are no flowers on it. There is no nothing. It is purely just sticks, and that is okay. I'm anticipating that at this time of year, but we will get it planted up into a pot, put into its space, and it will start leafing out here in the next probably month or two once it starts warming up. Then our next purchase here is the hellebore double picotee. It is one of the kind of assorted blend that they have, and this one is green with these dark purple margins, and then you can see on the back here that they're really dark purple. So here's a more fresh bloom right there compared to one that is opened up. Next we have another double picotee here. Again, the tag on this one just says double picotee, so it says creamy white with pink blush, which I think is more so what this one actually is, because it is creamy white, has the pink blush color, the magenta on the back as well. My bet is that this one is mislabeled because it's a little bit different, but it is still really pretty. Oh man, unfortunately this guy, his little piece has perished, so we'll just pop that off. So yeah, so here's the double picotee. This plant is a massive and has so many blooms on it right now. It's absolutely beyond, just beyond. I love it. Looks great. And then our last one here is the hellebore double purple. It says double dark petaled flowers adorn this easy to grow perennial in late winter throughout early spring. And it has only one bloom on it right now. It's this really dark purple, almost black. Let's see if we can kind of open up the petal a little bit. Not totally, but you can see that it's definitely going to be a double in there. Really dark color. So I'm really excited about that. That's super cool. So I hope you had as much fun walking around Armstrong with me as I did. I know I got a ton of inspiration for this year and years to come, so hopefully you did as well. I will keep you updated as we plant everything that we purchased today, and show you how it's doing, different tips and tricks to make sure that they thrive. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.